Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment that you instantly regretted? Or maybe you fired off an angry email, only to wish you could take it back an hour later. We've all been there. It's that knee-jerk reaction, that impulsive response that feels so powerful at the time, but often leaves a trail of regret. What if I told you that the greatest power isn't in reacting, but in choosing not to? Today, we're diving deep into the incredible strength you can unlock by mastering the art of not reacting. This isn't about suppressing your emotions or becoming a robot. It's about taking back control, so you can respond to life with clarity and purpose, instead of being controlled by your impulses. Stick around, because this one skill could genuinely change how you experience every single day. Let's start with a little story. Imagine you're in a meeting, and you've just presented an idea you're really passionate about. A colleague immediately shoots it down, calling it impractical and poorly thought out. What's your first instinct? For most of us, our heart rate jumps. We feel our face get hot. We want to defend our idea, point out the flaws in their logic, or maybe even make a sharp comment back. That's the fight or flight response kicking in, a primal instinct that's hardwired into our brains. It's designed to protect us from saber-toothed tigers, not from critical colleagues. In today's world, this immediate reaction often does more harm than good. It can damage relationships, ruin your professional reputation, and leave you feeling drained and stressed. The real power move isn't to lash out, it's to pause. This space between a trigger and your response, is where your freedom lies. The famous psychiatrist Viktor Frankl said it best: between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Think about that. Every time something happens, someone cuts you off in traffic, you get a frustrating email, your friend cancels plans, there is a tiny window of opportunity. In that moment, you can either let your automatic programming take over, or you can consciously choose a different path. Not reacting immediately doesn't mean you are weak or that you are letting someone walk all over you. It means you are wise enough to know that a thoughtful response is always more powerful than a hasty reaction. So how do we actually create this space? How do we go from automatically reacting to consciously responding? The first and most crucial step is awareness. You have to notice the reaction as it's happening. This is mindfulness in action. It's about recognizing that feeling, the tightening in your chest, the rush of anger, the sting of hurt. Instead of getting swept away by it, you simply observe it. You can say to yourself, there's that feeling of frustration, or I'm noticing I feel defensive right now. Just naming the emotion can create a bit of distance, helping you see it as a temporary feeling passing through you, rather than something that defines you in that moment. It's like stepping back from a raging river to watch it from the bank, instead of being caught in the current. Once you've noticed the feeling, the next step is to breathe. It sounds so simple, almost cliché, but it is profoundly effective. When you're triggered, your body goes into high alert. Your breathing becomes shallow, your muscles tense up. Taking a few slow, deep breaths sends a powerful signal to your nervous system that you are safe. It's a biological reset button. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Do this 2 or 3 times. This simple act physically calms your body and clears your mind, pulling you out of that reactive, emotional brain and back into your rational, thinking brain. This is the moment you create that precious space Viktor Frankl was talking about. Now that you're in that space, what do you do with it? You get curious. Instead of jumping to conclusions or assuming the worst, ask yourself some questions. Why did that person's comment bother me so much? Is it really about their words, or did it touch on a deeper insecurity of my own? What is the most constructive way I can handle this situation? Maybe your colleague had a valid point, even if their delivery was poor. Maybe the person who cut you off in traffic is rushing to the hospital. You don't know their story. By getting curious, you shift from a place of judgment to a place of understanding. You move from being a victim of the situation to being an empowered problem solver. This internal dialogue is where true emotional intelligence is built. Let's apply this to a few common scenarios. Say you get a text from a friend that feels a little cold or dismissive. Your initial reaction might be to text back something passive-aggressive or to start worrying that you've done something wrong. The old you would react. The new you pauses. You take a breath. You get curious. You ask yourself, is it possible they're just busy? Is there another way to interpret this message? You decide not to react immediately. Maybe you wait an hour, or even until the next day. Often, by the time you revisit it, the emotional charge is gone. You might get another text from them later apologizing for their short reply because they were in the middle of a crisis. By not reacting, you saved yourself from unnecessary anxiety and potential conflict. You chose peace over drama. Here's another one: social media. It's practically designed to trigger reactions. You see a post you strongly disagree with, or someone leaves a rude comment on your photo. The urge to fire back is immense. But what does that accomplish? It usually just escalates into a pointless, draining argument with a stranger, leaving you feeling angry and agitated. The power of not reacting here is huge. It's the power of the scroll. You can see something, feel that initial flicker of outrage, take a breath, and simply keep scrolling. You are not obligated to engage with every provocation. Protecting your peace is more important than winning an argument on the internet. By choosing not to react, you are taking control of your digital well-being and refusing to let negativity hijack your day. This practice isn't just about avoiding negative interactions. It's also about improving your positive ones. When you're not constantly reacting to every little thing, you have so much more mental and emotional energy available for the things that truly matter. You become a better listener because you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. You become a more thoughtful partner because you respond to disagreements with a desire to understand, not a need to win. You become a more effective leader because you can handle pressure and criticism with grace and composure. People start to see you as a stable, reliable, and wise presence. That's the long-term reward for cultivating this inner calm. It radiates outward and transforms your relationships and your life. Remember, this is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. You won't get it right every time, and that's perfectly okay. There will be days when you react impulsively, and when that happens, the goal isn't to beat yourself up. The goal is to notice it without judgment and think about what you could do differently next time. Every slip up is a learning opportunity. The key is to be patient and compassionate with yourself. The more you practice pausing, breathing, and getting curious, the more it will become your new default. It will become your superpower. The space between stimulus and response will get wider, and your ability to choose freedom and growth within that space will become second nature. So, here's my challenge for you. For the next week, I want you to pick one area where you tend to be reactive. Maybe it's in traffic, with a specific family member, or while scrolling through social media. Just one. And in that one area, commit to practicing the pause. When you feel that trigger, notice the feeling, take 3 deep breaths, and ask yourself, what is the most constructive response right now? Don't pressure yourself to be perfect. Just practice. See how it feels to choose your response instead of letting your emotions choose for you. I promise you, mastering the power of not reacting is one of the most profound gifts you can give yourself. It's the key to inner peace and unshakable confidence in a chaotic world. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a stronger, more intentional life. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one situation where you'll try to practice the pause this week? Let's support each other on this journey. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.